A Silver Bay man is accused of firing a gun in the Hermantown Walmart parking lot. It happened around 10 last night. Hermantown officers saw a man getting into a stolen vehicle there. They tried to arrest him, and at some point they say the suspect fired a gun inside the car. The bullet grazed his head and he was taken to the hospital. We do not know the extent of his injuries. No officers were hurt. The 42-year-old suspect, who police have not named, is expected to be charged with receiving stolen property. Now, we don't know how he was connected to the stolen vehicle.